I used to do that in my sleep actually. I used to have problems with grinding my teeth in my sleep, but this poor little guy is grinding his gears. I've got the other 25 magnets that I need. Won't be here till Tuesday probably. Well, the guy said he'd send them first class, so fingers crossed we should get them by Tuesday. So I'm not going to show you what he's doing, the robot vacuum's doing, because well, let's just say he gets stuck and all you can hear is grind, grind. So it's obviously his gear on, it's this one. I checked which one it was, it's the left side, so I've got to take that out somehow, figure it out in a minute. And maybe, just possibly, I might have a gear in my gearbox, because I've got this bag full of gears. It might be one of those, maybe I can modify to fit. I don't know yet, we'll have to find out. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping I get lucky. Right, so check all these out. I think I'll use my magnets to pick all them screws up. Uh-oh. Actually, maybe not. I'll just leave them there for now. Right, so I'll go take all of his guts out. Ah, dear me. It's always something. Right, I've got to unplug this lot. Oh, if I remember rightly, I've got to unscrew that. It's a bit dusty in here, actually. It's not too bad, but I've got to take the sensor off. Alright. So that's off. Might be worth just brushing that out before. Right, stick it over there. Oh dear me. Oh god, it's really dusty in here. Oh. Mind you, that's what his job is, it's a vacuum. Oh, let me think, I got it in 2017, I think, at the end of 2017, so. I'm just gonna get a bit of dust out of here. I'll do the rest when I get the rest of his guts undone. I've got to take the battery out. Should have done that first. It's the battery pack that I made out of lithium ion, so he originally had the nickel metal hydride batteries, but they're shite, they just don't last very long. So unplug that. Put the other stuff back in there, because I've got some cotton wool to pad the battery, because the so there's the battery pack. I reused the packing of it, so that feels a bit warm, but it's not hot, it's just cool, so I might as well put this back on for now, because I don't need access under. Oh, do I need access to a screw? Is there a screw down here? There might be. Yeah, there's a screw down there, so I can't put this back on yet. I've taken these little brushes off already. Right, let me just move them. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I can fix this gear. Oh dear me, let's see. So those are long screws. I need to keep the short screws in one pile. We don't want to long screw it when we put it back together again. That's a short screw, so put all the short screws together. And that's a short screw too. And another short screw. Most of these are short screws. I'm not using my electric screwdriver because it's not long enough. Right, have I got them all? I think I have. We'll find out in a sec. I'll take the dust box out again. Shut the lid. Ah dear me. So this lot should lift off now. Uh-oh, more dust. Well, you can vacuum it when I've fixed you. Talking to the vacuum. Right. So, actually I'm not sure where it comes apart. I've had it apart before. Oh, here we go. It's a bit fiddly to get this off. Oh, it's the switch here that's awkward. That's why. So I'm going to prise the switch off. I've missed a screw. Where's the other screw? Is that? Yeah, there's one there. There we go. Is it a long screw? Looks like it is. Right, I think I've got them all now. Looks like it. Feels like there's another one. There's another one somewhere. Where are you? Ah, dear me. I've got that one. Oh! The one in here? No. I think I've got them. Oh, it's this thing. Switch. That should come off now. Hopefully. Well, it's loose, so what's holding it? There we go. Right. It's well, that unplugged. Right, unplugged. Oh shit! Look at the crap in here. Jesus, no wonder we couldn't work. He was complaining. He made enough noise, so well, that's okay. It's not so bad. It's the muck, all the muck in here. So I basically so it's the left side, and that's actually this side. that's giving me the trouble. But before I start on anything, I need to get rid of all this crap that's in here. There's hairs and all sorts. Ugh. My God. Just sticks to the brush, it's static. I'm trying not to brush it into the room. I don't want to breathe all that crap. I'm hoping I don't have to order a new motor. That would be bad. If they made these things sealed and I can't get the damn thing out, I'm not going to bother. Well, it's not worth it. I mean, it'd be better off saving up and buying a new one, because it's a big unit. And I can bet you it'll be about 80 quid. 80 UK, probably somewhat ridiculous, like 80 UK sterling or something silly like that. I don't know, I could look it up, I suppose. Well, I'm going to see if I can fix him. Because it's just, the stepper motor's fine, it's just the, oh! Crap that's coming out of here, you won't believe it. Now, can I get this thing out without taking all the motherboard out? That is the question. Oh, it looks like I can. And I actually had to fix the loudspeaker in this thing, because when I got this, it had a piezo thingamajig on it, and it was crap. It broke after a few weeks, and I replaced it with a telephone speaker, and it works great. So that's another modification that I had to do. I better unplug, actually. No, I don't need to unplug it. I can just unscrew the motor mounts here and here. I'm hoping I can take this thing out without. There's the control. Alright, let's see what I need to do to get this thing out of here. I'm going to take the screws out first, see if the whole thing comes out. These are very short screws. Very short, little screws, so I don't want to mix them up. I bet you there's a screw under here somewhere. I am hoping that there isn't. It might just be loose. It's not loose. Oh, there's another one here. There's going to be one over here probably. Right into this thing here. All this dust. Yeah, if I can't fix this, I'm probably going to end up saving up a new one, because I'm not spending a lot of money on this. This robot's never been that good anyway. Oh, it's loose now. So I should be able to take this all out, but the board's in the way. Freaking board's in the way. So actually, if I push the wheel up underneath, it might pop out. Yeah, we can get him out without taking the motherboard out, I think. Yes, we can. Only, look at that. Unplug that board. That's it. There we go, we got the whole frigging motor out. Brilliant. Oh, good, look at the crap under there. Look at the shit in there. Look at all that. It's no wonder he packed up. It's probably got a load of hairs wrapped around it. What I'm thinking, what I'm hoping is that the gears have just got a lot of hair wrapped around them and it just wants cleaning. And if that's the case, I need to think about putting something in there to stop more crap getting in the gears. Because it did sound like it was only slipping in one position. Right, so I bet you they'll probably sell these on eBay. But if you're interested in what model he is, I wrote it down on the lid inside actually. I'll tell you what model it is. So I wrote it down inside this lid, so it's the it's the high T320. It's a T320. So I like to bet you there's a whole bunch of people on YouTube right now complaining about these things all breaking, because they'll all be about the same age. They probably all got the same problem. Interesting that it's the left side. The left side is the side that he tends to drive around the skirting board when he's on his way home, and I think the left side gets more work than the right side does. And I've no doubt that the right side will probably fail at some point. Obviously he's got multiple wires because he's a stepper. He's a stepper motor, not an ordinary. So right, so what do I have to do now to get into this thing? The gearbox looks accessible. Ah, the screws underneath. Right, okay. Cool. So we can get inside of here. Super duper. There's a bolt going all the way through here. It looks like... Actually, it's not a bolt. That's a hinge. That's a hinge. Right, so first thing first. There's a screw on the side there. So first thing to do is to take this cover off and see what falls out, because I've no doubt everything's going to fall to bits when I take the screws out. I'm going to try and use I'll just use this one. I'll loosen them up and I use my little screwdriver. They're only tiny screws actually. The reason I'm videoing this is because if I forget where something goes and if a gear flies out, I'm hoping that I'll catch it on video and then I'll be able to... Oh yeah, this is coming off now. Is this micro switch going to fly out as well? Ah yeah, that micro switch is resting up against a little pin, which tells the machine when this wheel is on the ground. If the wheel is off the ground, this micro switch turns off the juice. So have we got any more screws? Let's see, one. I've got them two. Oh, there's another screw here. I'm going to see if I can get it with my little screwdriver. I don't want it to go in the bin. Move the bin out of the way before I undo it. Because that's happened before. I've been undoing a screw and the damn thing's falling in the bin, and I've spent ages looking through trash and junk trying to find it. Usually I get a magnet and it usually finds it for me. Right. That's another way you can do it. Right, 3 little screws for this. Ah, it's coming off. Oh my god, there's such a lot of crap in here. Oh, this hinge is going to have to be pressed out. This hinge is going to have to be pushed out. This hinge bolt. Can I press it out? It doesn't look like it's threaded in. Ah. Oh, it's stuck now. Oh. I think the whole thing comes out. Ah, yeah. The whole thing comes out. Oh, there's a spring at the back there. Right. Oh, the spring's come unfastened from that little pin in the bottom corner down here. So I'm just making a note of where everything goes. Actually, this unplugs. So let's unplug that. The whole thing came off. Oh, just a minute. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think this socket, oops, I think the socket meant to go. I'll pull the whole socket off. I think I can stick it back on again. Another good reason to video everything what you're doing in case something comes off and you don't know where it goes. Yeah, I'm going to pull the whole damn socket off. There we go. So that's separate from that now. Thank you. I can get to this thing now, which is all I wanted, and I don't have to mess about. This is quite dusty inside. I think I'll just wipe that out with a duster. Not too bad. Okay, so I'll stick that in there for now. Oh, look at the crap in here. So we've got a load more crap to, while this is out, I'm just going to put that over the bin. Put that over the bin. You probably can't see right now, but I'm just going to brush this crap in the bin out down there. Through the hole. So oops. Right, so that's that clean enough. I don't want to. Right, so at least the wires are all over there. I don't have to fight about with that. So I've just got the gearbox now and the wheel, and where's that gone? Lot of crap coming out of here. I'm on the old phone, by the way, so the battery won't last very long. I think I'm just gonna wipe this with a duster because it's got greasy stuff on it, like it's silicone grease or something, and I can't get it to stick on my brush. I have to wash my duster now. Right, I'm going to take this spring off, otherwise that's going to end up in the bin, and I'll say, where's my spring gone? Luckily it's not all welded together, which is something I hate. Don't you hate it when you get something and you want to fix it and it's welded together? So the next step, I think, is to take the wheel off, which has got one screw on it. I'll take the wheel off because then I can see if there's a lot of crap behind it. And I bet you there's a whole bunch of hair and all sorts of shit behind it, because that's what's probably caused the gears to jam up. I want to get this pin out because this pin is in the way. I can't get this thing out of the way because of that. What's stopping it anyway? So if I can get that pin out, can I just tap it out? Maybe. Right. And I put my pliers on my knee. And I'm going to attempt to tap that pin out. Doesn't appear to be screwed in. We'll find out in a minute. It's not moving. Can't be screwed in because there's, oh, unless they screwed it in and then cut the thing up, but it doesn't look like it because it looks like it's just a pin that's been pushed in. So let's try tapping it on the other side, because one side should be smaller than the other. if that's what they did. We'll find out. I'm not going to hit it too hard because I don't want to break it. If I can get into this without taking this pin out, I'll do that. No, it's not coming out. They must have glued it in. How the fuck? I think they glued this in, you know. Can't see any glue though. Maybe I need something a bit harder than my knees. I'm going to go on the table. Ah! Drop the pliers now. See if I can top it out on the table. Sorry about this. I'll have to move you. Move you so you can see better. So where's my punch gone? This screwdriver is useless. Where's my punch? There you are. This is a bit awkward. I'm trying to do it without breaking anything. I'm trying to get this over the hole in the pliers. Ah, you twat, it's moving around. Oh. Did it move? I think it's sticking out more than it was. Yeah, I do think it's moving. But I really need some... stick it right on the edge, in the jaws. Grab it in the jaws and then tap. And hopefully we get the damn pin out. Oops, it moved. I think they glued this in, you know. It looks like it's sticking out a bit. This is not easy. The other thing to do is to put the soldering iron on it and try and push it out, but that's going to melt the plastic. You twat, you're not coming out here. If I can get it out enough, I can get the pliers on it and start twisting. It does appear to be moving a bit. Let me see. I've got to get this damn bracket out of the way because... Oh, hang on a minute. I was thinking if I take the motor out it might clear it, but no it won't. It's not the motor it's banging up against, it's banging up against the plastic. This pin has got to come out. Let me try something else. I've got an idea. I've got these little things with a hole in. Now if I stick that over the end of the... There, this will work. I won't need the pliers now. So if I stick this thing with a hole in it over the end, that's a lot easier. Oops, then get my... Because that should allow the pin to go inside it because it's hollow. Oh, I can get it. Keep this straight. Got to get this straight. Flat on the table. Ah, it's moved. It's moving. It's moving. We're getting there. We're winning. Oops, shit, everything's falling over. Yay! Right, get my pliers on that. I can get my pliers on that. What else? Oh yeah, I 3D printed the new stands for the new generator. They're falling over. Right, so if I get my pliers on that pin now, I should be able to pull it out. Twist and pull. There we go. Look at that. I got the damn thing out, finally. Right, it'll be a lot easier putting it back in again. There we go. One bracket removed. Right, I'll turn the camera around again. At least I push it out the right side. And didn't crack anything. It's all in one piece. The plastic is all good. I haven't cracked anything, so I can get some gears. I can get the wheel off now. Ah, oh shit! Look at that! Holy crap! Look at the state of that. No wonder this poor little guy gave up. It's chock-a-block, this thing. It's solid. There's no wonder the bloody gears jammed up, because this is really packed on there. It's my fault for having long hair. Oh my god. There's no wonder the gears gave up. And hey, actually the gears might be fine. It might have just been really stiff because of all this crap. I might have to clean the other one as well. Oh my god, look at the state of that. I'm probably going to take the gearbox apart anyway to check the gears, make sure they're not damaged. Holy shit. Jesus, that's really pulled on there. Look at that. Right, that's in the bin now. So anybody else that's got a robot vacuum that's skipping gears, if you've got one there, chances are you've got the same. I have to take the gearbox off here in a minute. I'm just going to get it cleaned up first before I take the gears out, because I bet you some of this crap's inside it as well. I like to bet you it's worked its way in and got around the gearbox. You know what, I'm going to take the other one apart while I'm at it, just in case, because I've got a feeling that the other one's going to be just as bad on the right side. That one turns easy though. The one on the right side turns easy compared to this one. It was kind of tight when you turned it. It was pretty tight. There, it's a bad design, because they should design it. It should be designed with little brushes on the sides to stop the crap getting inside the gearbox. But let's see if I can turn this easier now. Wrong way around. Hey, that turns easier now. That does turn easier. Right, we're going to have a look inside. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws to take off for the gearbox. We're going to have a look and see what it's like. I'm hoping that the gears aren't meshed up and chewed up, and you know what I mean. I'll loosen them with a big screwdriver. I use the little screwdriver. The reason I prefer the little screwdriver is that you get more turns. It's easy to. I can push it against my palm. It's not as. Right, let's take these screws. I'm going to loosen them all up first, just to see if there's any pressure on this plate. There shouldn't be. Sometimes they put springs like on a clutch, but I don't think there's a clutch in here because it's a stepper motor. Right, they're all loose and there's no pressure on this back plate, so I'm assuming I can take all these screws out without it flying apart on me. which is a good thing because I don't want to be picking up gears from all over the place. Might need to move the camera a bit. Poor little guy. He was struggling. He was stuck against the wall. And he kept going. He was doing that because his gears were slipping and he couldn't move. Ooh, look at that. Right, have we got any bad damaged gears, or was it just the thing that was too tight? Right, I don't want to get this gear grease all over me, so I'm going to put that down a minute. Take this gear out. Let's have a look. So the gear that's slipping, it's not that one. They don't look chewed up. That's a good sign. Let me get my watchmaker glasses on. I've got grease on my fingers now. I'm going to get some tissue paper. Oh, I've actually got a bit here. I'm going to get some more. I've got a little bit here. I'm going to get some more tissue because I'm going to need it. Right. Okay. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that there are no chewed and marred up gears, but I have a suspicion that if any gear that's chewed up will most likely be the smallest gear. The stepper motor gear is a worm gear. Don't know if you can see what I'm looking at here, but that one is a worm gear. It's not actually worm. I mean the grooves are at an angle, so that would be very difficult to reprint. And if that turned out to be knackered, yeah, I don't think I could 3D print something that small. But if it's one of the big gears, I could 3D print a new gear. And do I have a gear that would replace these? I don't know. I might have that gear size. Oh shit, I've got grease on me again. I think I'm going to get my tweezers out because I don't want to pick these when it's greasy. So let me get my tweezers. So I wanted to video this so we know which gears. Now the big gear. Oh shit, I don't think I get my tweezers in to get these out. I'm going to have to use my fingers. I'm just trying to avoid getting grease all over me. So that gear, I need to inspect them under my watchmaker glasses, so I can't see very well. Here's the one that sits there. Ah, yeah. I'm just going to leave it on there a minute because I'm getting my glasses on first, because I can't do it with these tweezers either because they're just too finicky. You can't see very well because of all the gear grease that's in there. Right. Get my. I'm not going to need the full magnification, so take these lenses off and I'll be able to see a bit better. Can't see a damn thing when you're further away, so right. I'll have to use my fingers. I can't use my tweezers when I'm doing this. These gears look a bit worn. Oh yeah, they're not too bad, but they are. You know, I think he'll work fine for. He'll work okay for a while. There's enough meat on these gears to keep him going for a while. The only reason it was slipping, I think, is because all that crap that was wrapped around the wheel. He was working extra hard. Right, so that gear's not too bad. I'm looking at the gear at the bottom there. Take this one, put it there a minute. Mind you, it's best enough I don't wipe my fingers, I suppose, because otherwise I'm going to have to put more grease in there. Let's have a look at this one. I have got some gear grease, but I don't think it's the same stuff as this. Actually, the gears aren't bad at all. They don't look bad at all. I think it was just all that crap that was stopping it move. There might be a bad spot somewhere. Let's take this one off. So it doesn't look bad. Yeah, the trouble is, every time I wipe my finger, I'm removing grease from this thing, so that doesn't look bad either. The stepper motor, let's let me just put that there in it. Stepper motor turns easy. The gears look good, actually. They don't look bad at all. What about this one? Fine, let's put the other one back. I've got this upside down now. Oops. No, it was that one, right? That's the one. That's easy. If I turn it while they're in. So we're looking inside there. So when we're looking, they look fine. So I suspect the only reason, like I said, the only reason why the gears are slipping is mainly, number one, they're very slimy with all this grease in there. They're very slippery, and the pressure was pushing the gears away and they were slipping, but they haven't chewed themselves up. So that's a really, really good sign that they're in good shape. They haven't lost any teeth. All the teeth are still there. So I'm not going to complain. I'm going to put this thing back together, this one. It looks okay. So put that gear back in. It looks alright. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm going to take my watchmaker. Oh shit, my fingers again. I'm going to have to put this down a minute because I can't see a damn thing without my glasses when I'm trying not to use these things. I better turn my light off. Right, take them off. Put my glasses back on. Right, so I'm quite surprised. The only other possibility is that the holes have got, the holes where the gears go, I've got elongated, but I don't think so. I think it was, yeah, it was just the fact that the wheel was jammed up solid with all that hair. So I think we're good. I'm going to put a bit more gear grease in there, just to be on the safe side. I have got some more here. It's the proper white gear grease stuff, so I am going to put a little bit more in. It's probably the same stuff they're using. Because I took a bit out on my fingers, didn't I? So I think they packed this solid with grease originally. So we'll just put that on. Oh, what's that? I've got crap on there now. There's a bit of black stuff. Where's that come from? I hope it's not part of the chassis. I hope not. I hope not. I saw a little bit of black stuff and I don't know where that come from. Have we got a cracked part? Yeah, some people would say, well, just clean it all out and have a look. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna. As I say, I'm pretty convinced that it's not broken. That black stuff could have been crap that was on the table. I'll have a look under my watchmaker glasses. I'll have a closer look at that in a minute. See if it's actually looks like it's come off something. I don't think it has. Oh look, there's crap around here as well. There's hairs. There's hairs around here as well. Bloody hell, how the hell did it get in there? Just a minute, let's see. How the hell did these get in here? They've worked their way in, haven't they? So I'm going to take this damn cog out again now to get to the bottom cog. I'm using my tweezers. I'm sick of getting grease on, mate. Take that, put it in there, innit? This bottom one is the one that's attached to the wheel. I'm going to have to take it out because there might be hairs underneath. So, can I get that out? There's a frigging washer on the back stopping it come out. It turns easy. So I don't think there's any crap under there because it turns easy. Oh, has it got elongated? Has the hole got big? Has the hole got too big? That's possible. This one wobbles a lot, look. There's a lot of run out on it. It's... oh, the washer's coming off. On the back. I'm trying to get this washer off here. So, I think I better do what I need to do. Let's get this damn washer off somehow. It looks like it's plastic or something. Don't know the gears to fall out on the floor because they'll get covered in crap. I don't want to turn it upside down because all the gears could fall out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this... I don't know what to do actually. Let me just try and get this, see what this black stuff is. It might just be dirt that's got in from the outside. Or it's plastic that's worn off the... ah, that could be what it is. It could have worn the plastic, the black plastic. So this black stuff that's all over the shaft here, it's plastic that's come off the... oh bollocks, I'm dropping all my tools. See this hole at this end? See that hole? It's chewed it up from in there. So if that's the case, then that hole's got bigger. That means that the cog has been moving and slipping. That's why it's slipping, because the hole's got bigger. So what I need to do is clean that piece of that hole out and clean it with ABS, alcohol, and see if I can fill that hole in to repair it with some ABS plastic. Because I think this is ABS. I don't think it's nylon because it looks pretty crap. I'll test it to see if it melts with acetone. If it does, it's ABS, and if it's ABS, I can repair it. I can fill the hole in so that this shaft isn't wobbling about. That's probably what's going on. This cog is really loose. Right. put that over here a minute. That other gear. I hate getting this shit on my hands. Ugh. Are we still alive? I'm just getting some alcohol on my tissue paper. I don't like working on gears. Like, dirty, greasy. Ugh. I just put more grease in the damn thing as well. Let me just move some of that grease across to the other end. Let me just use my screwdriver to move this grease over there a minute. And see if I can get this flipping gear out. Right, this... Oh, I don't think they'll fall out because that grease should stop them. So let me just tip over a minute. See, I'm going to end up with crap all on my hands. Hang on a minute. Backup plan. Put a piece of tissue paper on my hand. Then turn it over. Hopefully I won't get it all over my hands. It's this plastic washer here. It looks like a plastic washer. And if I can pop that off, this thing will come out. And it's very loose. Well, the gears aren't falling out, so... let's see, what can I use? Can I use my little hook to pull that plastic thing off? Maybe. It's obviously just tight enough to go on there, so I should better get the damn thing off. Can't see any other way it goes on there. It's just press fit. It's press fitted on. Oh, there's crap behind there. There's a lot of crap behind there. More hair. Yeah, it's got to come out, that house. No wonder. More crap behind it. I don't think hair is a very good lubricant. Now, if I press that with my pliers against this edge, I should be able to pop that washer off. So, if I can just squeeze that, I might just... I want to be in the thickest part so I don't break the plastic. So if I rest up against this screw with my pliers and press that stud, I should be able to pop it out. I'm in the wrong... Oh yeah, that's right. I should be able to pop that washer... Ooh, don't you drop on the floor, you bugger. Maybe I can get it to pop out. Nope, that's not working. I don't want to squeeze it too hard because I don't want to break the damn thing. Actually, I've just had a thought. Maybe I can... Maybe the cog will come off the shaft. That might work. Alright, let's try that. So what I need to do is tap on this. Yeah, that worked. That was the way it was done. There we go. Got the shaft off. That worked. Right, so the cog's free now. Oh, look at that! It's got a brass. Look at that! It's got a brass insert to. So yeah. So that's the brass bearing. That's the. So it's resting again. So it can take the stress. It's not just plastic. It's not just a plastic. I'm trying to put this over there somewhere. So I'm going to clean this gear up because it's got crap on it. Oh yeah, it's got flats on, so it's got flat edges on it. So the spoked side is facing up when it sits in the bottom. I'm saying that for a reference in case I need to put it back together. Well, I'm going to put it back together in a second actually. Right. So there's the little plastic washer that goes on it. And that looks in good shape. Oh my god. You know what's really bad about this? You know what's really bad about this design? They have a serrated edge. Does that touch the bearing? No, it doesn't. That's on the inside, so that's good news. I thought it was chewing the bearing up. The bearing's actually pretty good. There's not much movement on it, really. There's not much slop in there, so that's good. I was worried that the bearing was really badly worn out, but it's not. So I'm going to put this back on, actually. I'm going to put some grease in there. The grease that was near it, so that should be the right grease. Let's just put the pulley back on. The flat side, where's the flat side? I can't see it now. There's a flat, there's a flat. Right, push this back on. I'll have to rest it against a table or something. It's going on. Right, cool. I've got it back on. That cog might have slipped off a bit as well, by the way. Just a thought, it could have slipped off a bit. That could be another reason why it was slipping gears. I'm just pressing against the table. The table. So I was just pressing pretty hard then. Right, so that's back on. I want to make sure it's on properly though. Get rid of that bit. And that bit. All dirty. At least we got the shaft cleaned up because it was had some crap on it. Some more alcohol. So I should be able to use my little tool, it's got a hole in it, to tap that back on properly. Yeah, should be able to do. And I rest the drive shaft on the end of the table. Just tap that on a bit further because it's probably not all the way on right now. Well, it won't go any further, so it's already on all the way. Right, so that's good. I'm hoping that this is going to be okay, but the only concern I have at the moment is I'm going to put this gear back in here because that wants to go in there. That's back in. More grease on my fingers. Yeah. Right, so this back cover this back cover has a hole where that shaft sits in here. Now that hole might have got damaged, so I'm going to clean the grease off that hole, and I'm going to have a look to see if it has. Now there's a thing I can do here. I have some brass tubing, and looking at that, it might actually be the right diameter to go over that shaft. I'm not sure, because this hole looks a little bit, actually it looks a bit elongated one way. I can't really tell. I'm going to have to get my cotton bud and clean that hole out and have a look inside it with my glasses. I'll see if there's any chewed up areas. Get some alcohol. Use my watchmaker glasses and have a look inside there. I need a light. Where's the light? There we go. I've got the other one on. Put my other one on too. It doesn't look bad, it looks okay. What I could do is sleeve it with a bit of metal to tighten it up. That's possible. What I'm thinking of is, because this is only plastic, this hole is going to get bigger, right? Because it's wearing on the plastic surface, right? This metal is wearing against the plastic. So what I'm thinking of doing is sleeving it. And it's not the perfect solution, but it's better than I've cleaned it out with alcohol, right? What I'm thinking of using is simply a bit of battery tabbing. Order a bit of battery tabbing, right? I have done this before on an electric fan, where the drive shaft had become so big, the hole had become so big, the thing was just flopping around. So what I'm actually going to try is wrapping a little bit of this around a drill, get the same diameter as that pin, put it in the plastic hole, see if that will still fit inside it. If it doesn't, then I'll have to take this out. If it does fit inside it, I'm going to leave it in because it'll sleeve it. So the diameter of that pin, because it'll also add life to it, it'll improve its lifetime. So that's 5mm. So that's 5mm, that pin, right? And this is a plastic bearing surface, which will wear out a lot faster than the brass bearing that's on the other side. So 5mm drill bit. I'm going to test the hole to see if, oh actually, bollocks, where's my other, the 5mm drill bit is, oh there it is. So that's I've got it in my mounted thing here. Hang on a minute, I can't get it out of here, I don't think. Yeah, that's 5mm, so I need to get it out of this flipping plastic thing now. Can I get it out of here? Oh dear me. I might be able to get it out of there. I don't know. We'll try. I stuck it in here to use it on a... Oh, there we go, I've got it. I can always glue it back in again. It was glued in, you see. Come up, you bugger. Got you. Right, got my 5mm drill bit out of that thing. Right, so how sloppy is this in the hole? Oh, there's quite a bit of movement. I don't know if you can see that, but side to side, look at that. It's moving about a millimetre, half a millimetre, side to side. More up and down. So the problem is this probably won't fit, because I think this is probably going to be too thick when I put that in the hole. So I'm going to try anyway. I'm just going to wrap this around the drill bit like this, and I'm going to see if it'll fit. If it won't fit, then I can't use it. I'll have to wait until it's worn out more, or drill the hole out and then put the sleeve in, which is another possibility, because you can sleeve these things. Right, so I wrap that around my drill, because remember, if that moves too far on, if the hole that this pin on here sits in wears out too much, then the gears are going to separate, and then the gears will skip and chew themselves to shreds. That's what I'm trying to stop happening. So let's just chop this off. Right, we'll see if I can get this in the hole with this drill bit still on it, because this drill bit is 5mm, the same as that pin. So let's see if this will go in the hole. I could glue it in as well. Oh shit, I've got more grease on me again. What? Right. Will it go in the hole? You never guess. It does. It goes in the hole. Look at that. It actually goes in the hole, which means that the hole is too big. But the trouble is, this sleeving is too tall, so I've got to cut it down. So it wants to be about half the width. That will certainly give it more life. So I'll have to unravel this again. So I've got to unravel it again and cut it down, right down the middle. Like so, because it was too wide. I've got two now, look. Right, so I'm going to wrap this around this drill again. And I'm not worried if this sleeving digs into the plastic, because it won't matter, because I'm going to glue it in there anyway, so it should stay permanently there, and it should stop the wear and tear against that plastic surface. So now I've got it on, let's push it in the hole again. And it's going to get greased anyway afterwards. There we go, it's in the hole. Ah, shit! I was pressing it in, I went and cut myself. Ah, that's flipping sharp. Hang on. Don't try this at home, you cut yourself. Ah, it's gone in, look at that. We've sleeved it. Oh, yay! Can you see that? Oh, I'll get my torch, my other torch. Hang on a minute. Oh, come on, you can see we now have a metal surface inside that plastic hole. Right, and I'm going to put some glue in there, because I did alcohol clean it. You know, I'm going to use my drill just to make sure this is in right. Let's see if it fits on the pin. Let's make sure it's going to fit together before I put any glue on it, otherwise I'll be up. Oh yeah, look at that, it does, look, it fits together perfectly. What? And is there any wobble on here? Nope. That wobble that was there before is just about gone, so that is so much better. Right, so now I'm going to put a drop of super glue in that hole. Now I'm gonna cotton bud it out so we don't have too much in there, and we should be good. Because that's obviously where most of the wear is happening, is right at this end where the wheel is, because that's the wheel bearing, the other end of the wheel bearing. So I'm going to keep that other metal for the other side, because I think the other side is probably just the same. So one drop of glue in this hole, one drop. Then I'm going to use my drill just to rotate this metal thing a bit. It might turn a bit. Wipe the drill end. Use a cotton bud to absorb the excess. Right, so we're soaking up the excess. I use the other end, it's a bit smaller. Right, oops. Right, that should have glued that metal in, so it's not going to come out now. And we have a new bearing surface. And the next job is just to let that dry for a few, well, I'll give it a minute or two, because then I'm going to put some grease in it. All I have to do is get my screwdriver. Actually, I'll just put the grease in now. It'll be dry now. It's super glue. It dries pretty fast, and I did use the. I'm just getting a bit of this grease off here. Look, stick that in the hole. Right. This can go back together. I think that'll do it. That'll fix it. No more problems with gears slipping. Right. I'll put that on there. There's loads of grease in there now, so. Yep. Put the screws back in. With these little ones down here. I am so relieved that that's all it was, because otherwise I would have had to buy a complete new gear assembly, motor assembly. I haven't looked at what it would have cost me, but I like to bet you it was around 30-40 quid at least. Probably more than that. Let's just get the screwdriver and tighten these up a little bit. Not too tight, because they weren't that tight. So I've given my robot probably another 3-4 years of life, at least with that. Now I'll put the wheel back on to turn it to see if it's all good. I think I'm going to clean the inside of here out with alcohol first, so that there's no gooey stuff that makes all the hair stick to it. It's that grease that gets on the plastic surface that attracts the dirt to stick, and then the hairs stick to the dirt, I mean the grease, and that's when the problem starts again. I'm going to use my cotton bud. So I think that black stuff wasn't so much, I'm not worried about that plastic I found earlier. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure where it came from. It came from that flipping inside area, I think, was grinding a bit. But I think we're good now. There's no slack in this, side to side slop in this at all now. So let's put the wheel on. It works. That feels a lot better. No slipping. Let's put the wheel screw back in. I'm pretty sure that was the wheel screw. It's got an anti-slip washer on it. Sounds good. Yep, all fixed. One down, another to go. Yeah, I'm gonna sort the other one out as well, I think, on the right side. Just gonna go back together now. Oh, I forgot how to put it back together now. No, I haven't. Just joking. It's not that complicated. So how can I stop crap getting in there? That is the question. It's a pretty bad design, really. They've left this huge hole right down here. There's a huge void inside the wheel. Crap gets in there and it works into the bearing. What I could do, because this doesn't move, is put some kind of a cover over that, but it would have to be so that the cover can move around this hub area. That would actually work. That would keep out a lot of crap out of there. So before I put this back together again, I'm going to take the wheel off again, because I have an idea. They've obviously made it so that crap can get in there. You see, there's a little hub here, right? This little hub that goes around here. Now, if I make something like plastic, thin plastic, that will stop crap from going inside the wheel, which is in here. If the muck can't get inside this wheel, it can't get onto the drive pinion, which is here where a lot of the crap was wrapped around. You know, it's full of hairs. So I'm thinking about something very thin, like a little shield, a screen. Let's have a look. A thin piece of transparent aluminum. No, transparent plastic. If I just cut this, if I make a hole and cut this to fit just around the right, I have to make this a bit bigger so that I have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dimple in. Where's my pricker thing gone? Get my pricker tool, stick a hole in the middle of here because I know that's the centre then. Alright, I've got a hole in the middle. Now I've got the centre. Now I just need to measure the distance from this hole to this hub. So I'll get my calipers. And let's go to the outside of that hub, which is about... The plastic's going to spin, by the way. It's not going to be fixed to anything. So 23mm. So I want a 23mm from the centre hole outwards for the inside diameter. Right. So 23mm. I'm going to set my... I'm going to set my... Oh, where's my pencil gone? I'll probably need a pen or something. What's my battery like on the phone? 56%. Oh, not bad because I got the charger on anyway. So, let me think. What should I do? I think I should score this plastic because it doesn't. You can't write on it very good. Can I get my pen inside this hole? Probably not. No, won't go in the hole. I need something that will write on plastic, and pencil doesn't write on plastic. I'm just gonna score it. So let's see. Let's stick let me stick a file or something in this hole. Can I use this diamond file in the hole? Oh, that might work. If I put it sideways, can I clamp it? No, I can't. I need to wedge it in there with something. I'm going to score it, you see, because I can't write with a pencil. What can I use to wedge that in? The drill? Will the drill wedge that in? Oh, that might work. Hang on. Can't get the damn thing out now. Oops. Oh, I'll stick it in the other end. Right. Push the drill all the way up. I just want the diamond. Actually, I could use my round file. Yeah, let's try the round file. With that drill, it should be able to go in. Yeah, that would be better. Right. Can't get the damn round file in here. I want it sticking out more. There we go. I've got it sticking out more now. Right. I want 23 millimeters between there. Oh, I've moved the damn thing, so hang on. That'll work. Right. So I've got to do this on a flat surface and I can't do it over here, so I'm going to have to go across the room a minute somewhere. Oh, actually, I can do it over there. The flipping thing's moving. Flipping thing's moving. You twat. Oh, I've got a score, but only partly the other way around. I'm going to have to draw around something because this isn't working. This flipping thing won't work. I can't write on it. What's 23 millimeters? Ball? No. I want to draw around something. Hang on, what about this? No. Oh dear, I can't think of anything. Hang on a minute. No, that doesn't work. Irons stink. I want to wash my hands now because it's cooking that grease. Right, so I'm not having a lot of joy right now. I got a little partial score on here, but then the flipping thing fell out. Can't use this flipping square thing because it's useless, and I can't draw it with a pencil because it won't write. Will the screwdriver work in my... Let me just try to see if that'll fit in here. No, that's too big. What about the other one? No, that's too little. Oh, come on, there must be something around here I can use. That's too big. I hate these flipping things. Oh, I found my triangle one. Let's try this one. Oh, that might work. No, it's too freaking small. I'll go back to square one. No. Ah, dear me. I can't think of anything right now. Oh, I've got an idea. I'm going to use these friggin' scissors. Right, if I set these scissors to... that. Yeah, and then clamp the damn scissors so that they can't move. Right, let's try something. Can I clamp the scissors? I don't know. Don't know if that'll work, so it'll probably move on me. I'm going to try it. I'm going to rotate, I'm going to hold the scissors still and move the plastic. That might work. Let me just loosen that a bit, because at least I've got a line to guide me, so I can see a line on here that can guide me. Move the damn glider out of the way. Can't see the damn light now. Hey, it moved, I felt it move, you bugger. Stay still. Did that work? Yay! Oh, that's near enough. I got a circle. Can you see the circle? I got a circle. That I can see it. It's gonna have to do. So the hole has to go. Let's see. Right. Has to go all the way around there. And then I want an outside diameter once I've done that, so I'm going to cut this. It's hard to see, the hole is still light. I can just barely see the line. All I'm doing this for is to stop crap from getting into the damn bearings again. and it'll save me having to take the frigging robot apart every time it clogs up with crap. Right. I'm following the good line because there was a bad line that I accidentally slipped when I tried it the first time. I'll check it if it's too small the hole. I'll have to cut a bit more off, but I think I've got the good line now. I'm using my pointy scissors because they're very easy to guide. And the easy part is cutting the part around the wheel, because I can just hold this on the... There, got my hole. Right, so this should fit over... Yeah, I think it will. So now I'm going to cut the wheel size. Oops, oh shit, I'm dropping everything again. So I've got to hold this on the wheel now. And I probably should have measured the wheel diameter as well, but never mind, I'm just going to cut around the damn thing. Right. Actually, I know what I can do. I can use my pen that writes on plastic and just draw around this area that I want to go on. So it's inside the wheel area. It's just slightly inside the wheel rubber area, because this is rubber wheel. So if I just draw over the top, trace it out. I'm tracing this. I'll have a guide. Oops, I'm a bit wonky, but it doesn't have to be precise. The outside diameter does not have to be bang on. I think I've got it. Yeah, I can see it. Right, you can just see my blue line. Right, because this inside wheel is a real bad thing. It gets mucky really bad because it's crawling around the skirting board, you see, and that's where it picks up most of the crap. So right, so I've just cut around this first, cut this whole bit out, and then I'm going to cut this around the circle. Now we'll have to have all this plastic in the way. Right, get that out of the way. Now all I have to do is cut around the blue line. It's a bit harder to hold. I might glue this onto the wheel actually. Because it's the wheel that's pulling in all that crap. Don't know why it's doing it. Maybe static, maybe it's hairs are snagging on the wheel and getting dragged inside it because it's going around. I don't know. But this is plastic, this is slippery, so it shouldn't get stuck inside the wheel anymore with this on there. Right, I've got it. Okay, it's not perfectly round, but it doesn't matter as long as it covers that hole. I'm just trimming that off. So if I stick this to the wheel now, onto the wheel like this, and I glue it or something, it should fit over this hub like that, and it does. Oh, it's actually a tight fit around the hub as well. Good, yay! So actually I can just leave it around the hub like that, and it acts like a little shield to keep crap from going inside the wheel. Now it's best that this isn't moving, actually, thinking about it. If this thing is moving, it's going to catch as well and pull things in, but if it's not moving, then it's not going to track crap. So I'm going to use double-sided tape. I'm going to glue this, stick this on the inside of the hub down here, so that crap doesn't get pulled into the wheel, and we'll see if that works. So I want some a bit of cotton wool. I'm going to clean it with alcohol, then I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the inside there. Just clean it so it'll stick. Right, I've cleaned that. Cotton wool stuck to it now. Right. Clean the inside of this hub area. Okay. Right. Oh. Double-sided tape. Cut a nice long bit off here. It's going to have to go around an arc, so... Uh-oh, where's it gone? I'm going to have to... This is going to be tricky. I'm going to have to take the backing off as I do it, because it's cotton wool stuck to it as well. So stick that on there. Go around it. It's got to go around the corner, which is tricky. Ah, it's not sticking. Oh, it's not dry enough. Still some alcohol in there. Let's take the backing off. Right, so as I turn it, I have to take the backing off. Scissors, tweezers. A bit more backing off. Oh, I'm going to need more. Right, so I've got some double-sided tape on the inside of this, on the outside of the hub rather, and I'm hoping that this plastic will stick to that, like this. I haven't put it all the way around, but I think that will do it, because it's hanging on this hub anyway. It's kind of hanging there, and if I put the wheel back on now, we have a plastic shield on the outside of the wheel. Look. It's like a mud guard, it'll stop stuff from going inside the wheel. Hopefully it wants to be pulled out a bit more. I'm just checking. Ah, well, it's a good thing. I don't want it to come off, do I? So take the whole thing off a minute, because I want to check it anyway. Right, so if I just rotate that a little bit, put it back, stick it back in place, we should be better now. Yeah, I think that will stop. The only trouble is if a hair gets stuck on the wheel and it could work its way inside the plastic. That's a possibility. Well, let me think. I think it's better than it was. It's definitely better than it was. I'm going to go with that for now. We'll see how it does. The only other option is to stick this to the wheel, but as I said, if I stick it to the wheel, then the plastic's going to be turning too, so it could still sag on things. It's just poorly designed. The only other thing I could do is to fill the entire wheel around the hub with some kind of sealant. But that could still catch on stuff, and it could still get pulled into the drive hub in the middle. So anything that's on the surface here could get pulled around, wrapped around this drive pin. So yeah, I don't know what else I can do really. This plastic thing should help. So anyway, I'm going to put it together and try it anyway. I've taken it apart once, there's no reason why I can't do it again. I just don't like doing it really. I don't like taking it apart because it's such a messy job. Right. I think that's tight enough. It's keyed, this thing anyway. Let's check the stepper. He's not got any hairs on it. Don't think it has. Tiny little fan on here. Oh, that's not a fan. That's a timing thing. That one's blowing out. So this has got it has an optical timer thingamajig to tell it when it's turning. So when it jams up, the robot knows that there's a fault and turns the power off. So that's clever. So it has an optical timer, so it knows when it's turning. That's good. Obviously, if the gears were slipping before, this would have been turning, and the wheel wasn't going around. So the robot assumed everything was okay, normal, and so it kept on turning and chewing the gears up. Whereas now, because the gears won't slip, because I fixed the bearing and the hub, where the bearing socket is, there is no flop on this wheel anymore. It's tight now, which is what it wants to be, because it was a bit floppy before. So now, if it stalls, it'll know it's stalled, turn the power off, and basically come up with an error like I'm stuck, basically, which is what it not normally did. But anyway, that's all sorted. It actually has a commutator in it. I didn't think a stepper motor had a commutator. Maybe it's not a stepper motor. Anyway, that plastic is resting on this gap, so I'm hoping that it will help. Right. Yeah. You don't want to watch me put it back together again, do you? My battery's at 44%, and I don't think it's gonna last long enough. So I'm gonna put this thing back together now. Let's see. Was that way around? Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to put this pin back in. Like this. Oh, I bet it goes in easier than it came out. Have I forgotten anything? Have I forgotten any screws or anything? Nope, I've remembered everything. So all I've got to do now is tap this thing back on. That should be easy. That should be easy. Yeah, easy to put it in, but it's a bastard to get out. Alright, so that's back in. Did I get it right way? Did I get it right way up? Ooh, well yeah, because it says left underneath, so I don't think you would put left underneath where you can't read it. So yeah, I've got it in the right way up. So what's the next step? Well, I'm just going to put the damn robot back together. I was going to do the other side, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's jamming up. I think I'm just going to put it back together for now and try it, and then I'll decide to do the right side. Because if you check this to feel how easy it turns, right, and then I compare it. If I compare it, let's take this up here a minute, to this one, it feels the same. So I honestly think that this one's not bad at all. But I'm going to do it later. I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to put it back together and test it and see how it goes. I'm going to dust all this all out as well, because it's really good dusting in here. Might do a follow-up video. Might on my other phone, because this battery is about dead. Right, so let's see what's next. We put this. I'll just wipe the inside of this out. I think it's. Let's wipe the inside of this out a bit because it's. Micro switch. How long have I been live anyway? Oh my god, 1 hour 48 minutes. Oh my god. So the wheel wants to go in like this. And screws for this are which screws are which now? I forget which screws are which now. Those are for the those are for the outside, so these are the ones I want. These little ones here. I had to think for a minute. Probably need to turn the camera a bit. That's a big screw. A little screw. Not in the thread. I'm trying to get in the thread so I don't cut another thread. Better if I use the big screwdriver because I can feel it holds the screw better. I think that's it. Where's this other screw go? Oh, there. Oops. I hate this long screwdriver, it's hard to hold it. I've got a short screwdriver somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. Sounds better. I better plug this back in. Wrong hole. Alright, plug it in. There we go, that's back on. Right, gotta put this wheel back in now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the spring on. Oh dear me. There's always something. Yeah, you always forget something. So I bought a lot of extra parts here. I'm going to take the damn thing out again. I think there's something else as well. I think this wheel is meant to be inside, not out. It's sticking out right now. Ah, right. Ooh! Shit, I dropped the damn thing. Ah! Right. Spring goes on there. Hang on, which is the dirty end? It'll be the cleanest end that goes up. Doesn't matter, does it? Right, so the spring goes on here and on there. So I'll put the spring on the other end first. Get the other end of the spring, and it obviously goes on there. Oops. I can see that lug breaking off at some point in the future because it's so weak. That's right. So I've got to hold this wheel in while I put the screws in, apparently. Right. I'm going to try my little screwdriver. Ooh. That's right. I heard something click there. I think it was just a spring finding its seat. It's good. Well, thank God I remembered to put the spring in. I could have put this whole frigging thing back together again. Spent like an hour putting it together and everything, and then realised. Right, there we go. Alright, so I've got to hold this all in while I get this underneath there. Any more screws first? Let's check. No, these 3 screws are what holds this into the chassis. So 1, 2, 3. I think we're all good. I don't think I've missed any out. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. I'll have to adjust the camera a bit. Oh, this fell out. The speaker fell out. Right, just a minute. Can I get this in that? In there. This is the trick of that. I might have to loosen the circuit board. I don't know. It came out, so it should go in. Came out, so you've got to go in. I don't want to smash the circuit board. Let's see what components are under there. Actually, there's no components underneath there, so we're not going to smash any components. I think I better hold this wire up a bit somehow. I've got to get this peg over the top of this post to get it in. Come on. Once we get this in, so far it'll go in. Oh, I see the motor. Let the motor. The motor's got to go back. There we go. I think I'm getting it. I've got you. I've got you. It's a bit of a fiddle, this. This speaker's got to go. I'll put the speaker in afterwards. Right, there we go. We're in the hole now. Better plug this back in while we're at it. Otherwise I might forget. The robot will complain that he's lost his feeling in his left leg. Well, basically sensor. Right, so let's put the screws back in. One. Two. Oh, that feels tight. I think is that a long screw? No, that's right. I'm not in the right thread. I am now. Oops, that was a bit too tight. Have I cracked them? Uh-oh, I have. Oh, bugger it, it's alright. This screwdriver's got too much bloody torque on it. It's my... yeah, the little plastic thing that for the screw at the top is split. No worries, it's ABS, I'll glue it back together with ABS. Right, I'll just test this. I'm pretty sure it's ABS. Right, this is acetone, right? I'm just going to put a drop of acetone on that plastic and see if it bonds it back together again. Actually, test spot there. Wipe it off. Yeah, it's melted the plastic, so yeah, I can fix this plastic and can glue it back together again. Right, so let's just loosen the screw. Put a bit of acetone on that broken plastic. Loosen the screw and it will stick back together again. Oh, I'm so relieved that it's ABS because it means it will bond. Put a bit more acetone on there. I'm going to leave that screw loose for now because it really doesn't matter. The wheel is going to be fine. I'm going to leave it so that acetone sticks the ABS back together again. Oh bollocks, how do I get this back in here now? Oh, I think I glued this in, didn't I? Oh, is it just wedged? It was just wedged in here. It was just wedged in here, like that. The speaker was just wedged in, so that's fine. Okay, so that's in. That won't fall out once the lid's on, because the lid holds it in place. Actually, it was glued in onto there. Now when you put the glue, if I stick it like that, I'm going to use a bit of plastic. It's red, but it doesn't matter. A bit of ABS plastic to glue it in place. There we go. That will stop the speaker from rattling about when he bumps into things. I've got some black ABS plastic, but it doesn't matter, you can't see that, it's inside, so besides that, you know where you've glued it then. If I use black stuff, I wouldn't know if it was my plastic or the original plastic, would I? Yeah, that should be alright, it'll be fine. Right, so he's plugged back in. There's his other sensor. I need to, let's see, what else is there to do? Check the screws. I've got his, I've got to put his bottom on now. His rear end, which is this, the bottom end, I call it. Well, that's his lid actually, so this is his bottom. I'm getting mixed up here. Right, so as I say, I want to check him out first before I actually do this one on this side. I actually added a capacitor in here. So blue tacked in as well. It was when he had an issue a while back with the charging. That blue tack's come loose. But never mind, it's still alright. I added an extra capacitor in onto the charge circuit because I had to compensate for the fact that it's no longer nickel metal hydride, it's actually lithium ion now. So what else is there to do? Any other cleaning? Oh my god, there's a big lump of fluff in there. I think I'm just going to brush that out. I think I'll stick this cotton wool around my file. It doesn't want to stay on. I have got cotton buds, but I want to reach a bit further in if I can. Quite a bit there, not much. Right, I'm gonna stick it back together, I think, and try it out. Okie dokie. Plug this back in. Which socket is it now? Oh, this has to be. No, that's right, that's plugged in. There's an extra socket here. What's that one for? Which one is this one? Is it that one? What's that one? That's the one. I think that one's vacant. Don't think it's used for anything. Right, switch has got to go into its slot. This switch is a bit of a pain to get in a hole. Got you. Right, we're back upside down again. We'll get everything located right. I think we're all good. Alright, let's put the front panel on for next. And before I put all the screws back in, I think the long screw was in this one. Yeah, I'm going to put the sensor back on first. It's just makes life a bit easier. Especially if I realise there's something I've missed out on that. don't want to put all the screws right back in, so get drop the damn thing. This has to go like that. Oh no, what's that? Oh, a finger. This is a real fiddly job, this is. Getting this back on here. He's blind without it. He doesn't know where home is anymore. Oh. It's not right yet. I've got the other. Oh shit, it's come out. Such a pain this one is. You've got a tiny bit of wire to play with. I haven't got it right way up. I think I have. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Right, so this has to go on. The wires go in the gap. Put that on like that. And that's it. Works good. Now I'm going to put the holding things on without it getting out of position. So that one. You got to hold everything while you get these. I put one screw in at one end, one screw in at the other end, and I got to put the other side. Oh shit! I've just dropped the screw. Hang on. Good thing for magnetic screwdrivers. Put a screw at the other end. Get the other piece, put that in. Oh, you bugger, I've got to loosen it, haven't I? I've got to loosen it first. Hang on. Now it's in. Now we'll put another screw in here. Tighten the other one up again. Put another screw at this end. Just checking to make sure it's free. Oh, it's not in right. There he is now. Oh, you twat. You are in white, are you? You aren't in white. Oh, it's difficult again. Let's just. I have to loosen the other screws up again because they're not sitting in right. Just put this screw in a bit loose. Just back it out a minute. This one's not in the right position, so I've got to loosen it again. Loosen that one. Come on. Come on, go in the right place. It's stuck at the moment. Loosen that one a bit more. What the hell? Come on. These are all pain in the ass. I'll take these screws out again. It's this front guard, it's got to be just right. That's it. Now it's in the right. Look at that. It works now. Right. Otherwise the bumper sensor doesn't work. You've got to keep testing the bumper sensor while you're putting the screws in. It's such a pain. Yeah, we're all good. I can put all the rest of the screws in now. That's another reason why I like to put the big screws in last, because if there's something fouling up the bumper sensor, and you've got to take the whole thing apart just to find out what's causing what's fouling it up, like a wire or something that you've got in the wrong place or something else. Well, you don't want to be taking the big screws out every time, do you? So I just do the front bumper first normally. I'll tighten that one up a bit now. And screw in there. Won't believe it, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little screws in the bumpers. Are we still good? Yeah. I can hear the micro switches going. There's a micro switch at this end, micro switch in the front, and a micro switch at this corner. There's actually 3 micro switches. That's to tell the robot if he's hit the side of the skirting board on his left side or the right side, or yeah. And he's also got infrared sensors as well to detect how far away he is from an object like a wall, or I'm just giving it. This is why I like the little screwdriver. You can't over tighten it, you see, with the little one. Now I put the big screws in. Now I think I remember rightly, I have a suspicion that the big screws, I think it's this one. Check. I think it's that one. I usually like to put the little screws in first though, because if you can't reach the threads, you know you've got the wrong screw. That's good. Hang on a minute. There's two short screws for the battery compartment. That must be a long one. I think it is. Anyway, we'll find out. If I've long screwed the circuit board, then we're in deep shit. Right, so robot looks in good order. I better put his dustbin back in, and I'll put his brushes back on. Right, now 2 screws left. That's all. 2 screws left, and that's the battery compartment. So let's put the battery. Let's check his switch is clear. Yeah. Right, let's put the. I added a little brush to mine. This little brush, it helps sweep while it just picks up. It like rubs against. I better connect this up. So it's got a little brush I did to mine. I just wedge it behind the battery lid. So this lid, it holds this brush next to the intake, and it just makes any stuff bounce off the carpet and get sucked up by that, because some things are like static and they stick to the carpet and it doesn't pick it up. So I'll stick this in here like this, and I'll stick my battery thing on, and them little brushes just catch the carpet and lift anything that normally wouldn't get lifted up. Right, I think we're good. Batteries are in. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, like plugging something in. That would not be good. I'll find out in a minute. That wheel feels good. That's the other side. It feels a lot better. Right, do you want to see if you can fall off this chair? Do you want to see if you can... Is my phone still working? Yeah, we're still working. Do you want to see if you can vacuum my cushion? See if it can fall off the chair. You won't. If I got all the sensors hooked up alright, it should be alright. So move everything out of the way. Turn him the right way up. Turn him on. Right, let's start him up, see if he can drive off the chair. Woo! No, he won't. That's good. At least the motors are working. Reverse. No, he's stuck. He doesn't like being on a sofa. All the motors are working. Right, okay, I'm going to take the phone out of the stand and we'll test him out on the floor now. Let's see if he's okay. Let's see if he's happy. Let's make sure he's not going to give me an error code. Right. Ah! God, this phone's hot. Give me a minute while I put this stand away. I'm going to flip you over. Oh, I'm still upside down. Hang on a minute. This phone is really... Oh, 28%. My battery's going to die pretty quick. Right, so let's put the robot on the floor. And let's use the remote control. Yeah, error 05. That's what that's it. Basically, that means cliff. It means he was on a cliff edge. Right, let's start him. Oh, he's working. Look. See if he makes a horrible noise. Let's do the turbo. Hang on. Oh, wait a minute. I'll wait until he gets over there. Go on. I'm going to turn him because he's dizzy right now. Let's just stop him a minute. I'll stop him. I'll drive him over there. Remote control. Let's do a turbo. That's this one. He'll stop when he's finished doing the turbo. Right, I'll stick him back on automatic. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to have to end the stream because my battery's at 26%. I'll unplug the charger a minute because I need to walk around a bit. He's down here now. So, it's working. And no more screeching gears. He seems a lot happier. Bye for now.